What's up, guys? This is Vaughn from Simply Hawkward Games, and today I just kind of want to talk about Booster Gold. That sounds kind of weird. Not many people want to talk about Booster Gold, but I'm like a big fan of Booster Gold. I think he's honestly, he's an amazing character. Oh my god. My shirt itches so much right now. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so Booster Gold, great guy. Sorry about the shirt thing. It really itched. Like, some of those Loot Crate shirts have the weird imprints on them, and they itch like a motherfucker. Okay, so Booster Gold, essentially, if you guys don't know who he is, he was, like, the asshole in high school that nobody liked. He was, like, the jock. He played football. He was, like, the star. And then he's exactly what you want that person to be after they get out of high school. So he gets out of high school, thinks he's going to go into this, like, lush, like, bitches are gonna be all over him, just all sorts of amazing things gonna happen. He's gonna be some sort of like fucking star. And guess what he ends up doing? He's a fucking security guard. Booster Gold is just like essentially a guy who thinks he's amazing and then ends up getting in a dead-end fucking job. Not saying all security guards have dead-end jobs. I'm saying his job is specifically a dead end because there's no way that he's gonna go anywhere in it. Like, no fucking way. So essentially what happens is he devises a plan. There is this, basically it's a roving drone that knows the history of all the world. Like, he was a security guard in a museum, and he steals this little drone, and he uses a time bubble, which in some parts of the original continuity and everything, he was Rip Hunter's son. Rip Hunter invented these time bubbles. He could go back in time. It was really interesting, but so essentially he uses one to go back in time, and in some other things he uses the Legion of Superheroes ring, or Legion of Superhumans ring. It's kind of weird. You really have to know like the exact stuff about Booster Gold, but I just find him a really interesting character. So he goes back in time and uses the history of the world to essentially become a superhero. That's what he wants to do. He wants to become just like this amazing superhero by using just Earth's history, which is fantastic. He's like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna attack at this time. I'm gonna go back in time and fuck him up. And we'll be good. I'll be a superhero. I'm skipping over a lot of stuff here, and I'm kind of paraphrasing on a lot of it as well. But I'll just keep going, because you know that I love Booster Gold. So, he goes back in time and thinks he's going to be, like, the shit. And seemingly, like, he just wants to be better than the other superheroes, but also, it's kind of weird. He goes back in time and sucks. Like, he gets a few wins and everything. He does win occasionally, but the majority of the time, he just, like, fucks shit up. He just sucks, essentially. He like wins. Most of the time he loses. In a couple comics he's gotten like breaks. He's become leaders and stuff like that. I just think he's kind of a character that has like almost unlimited potential. Like, he can be the goofiest, weirdest, like he could be really interesting. He could be like this badass. He could be the goofball. He could be whatever he wants to, or whoever writes him can make him whatever they want to. I mean, lots of people like, just from a story perspective, like, everyone thinks that, like, Batman is the ultimate, and, like, basically the Bat family have everything going for them because everyone wants to read, because their story's fucked up. Like, they're all, like, seemingly deranged people. Each one of them is insane. Well, Batman is insane. Damon's insane. Tim Drake, Jason Todd, kind of insane now. Still love him, though. And, Dick Grayson, not exactly insane. But, like, everyone thinks that they are the most interesting, and it kind of makes sense. I love Batman. I love the Bat family more than I love Batman himself, but I find Booster Gold much more interesting. Just the fact that he goes back in time and wants to make himself a fucking superhero by using just anything that he can get a hold of seems just fantastic to me. I mean, I find that story to be much more compelling than just a regular old, like, freaking superhuman or an alien or just anything. Like, just a normal guy who thought his life was going to be fantastic. It wasn't, and he went back in time to make it fantastic. That's Amazing. I love that. That's why I love Booster Gold so much. And he has so much charisma. He thinks he's the coolest fucking guy on earth. Oh my god. I specifically, like, one of my life goals is to write a DC comic. Just all together. It could just be one issue. I just want to write it. I would love to just write Booster Gold. Booster Gold would be by far one of my favorite, like, comic series to write because it's just so much creative freedom. He doesn't have to be constrained by being like the brooding guy, or he doesn't have to be the alien who's allergic to a rock. He doesn't have to, he doesn't have to be like a science experiment gone wrong or anything like that. He can just be him. He can just do what he wants. And I love that. I mean, there's very few people who could fuck up a story like that. And I love Booster Gold in the comics that he's in. He's not in very many. There's like a couple that have come up, like Justice League International. I loved him in Justice League International. Kind of ends on a weird, like, sour note, but that is the New 52 for you. I wish it went on just because I love Booster Gold. But, like, a lot of stuff just seems to happen to him. And they had, like, the Legends of Tomorrow, which I really thought was going to bring Booster Gold into it because Rip Hunter is his father. I really thought it was going to do that, and it didn't. His son's name was Jonas, his name was Jonas, yeah, because he's named after Jonah Hex. Just all this stuff. I thought it would be awesome if they had him in there, but he didn't. Or at least not yet. That would be really cool. If he just pops up and he's like, "Sup, bro? I'm your son." Actually, he probably wouldn't do that. That's not really Booster Gold's character, but it would be fantastic. My lock screen on my phone is Booster Gold given, like, some finger guns, because I love Booster Gold. I would straight up, yeah. I would just love to write that story. I mean, I feel like very few authors could do that story wrong, or it's like, since it has, like, unlimited creative, like, aspects to it, an artist can really put their, like, an author just could really put everything that they wanted into this one comic, which I just find amazing because there's a lot of limitations to writing comic books. You have to be very specific to what each one of these characters and what their archetype is. Like, is he the billionaire? Is he the alien? Is he, like, the speedster? Is he any of these things? Is he the joking guy? Like, and very few characters can actually just be whatever. And that's what Booster Gold can be. Sure, he was an ass. Sure, he was a jock. Sure, he is all these things. But he can be other things. He's not written in stone like Batman is, like Superman is, like the Flash is. I mean, each one of them can have slightly different origin stories. And they can be really good based on, like, Max Landis' American Alien comic books. They each are, like, they have seemingly the same, like, you can't really reshape those characters because they're huge staples. But you can reshape the small ones and make them fucking fantastic. Like, I just feel like that comic series would be amazing. Just a Booster Gold comic series with him just doing some weird ass shit. You can make him kind of like Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it's just amazing. I can't even say I'm so excited because they're not even doing Booster Gold stuff, but I'm so excited for when they will. Because I know they will. I know they'll understand how awesome of a character he is. But I want to know what you guys think about Booster Gold. It's kind of weird. This is just kind of me talking about a superhero that I love. If you guys like this video, make sure you like it on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Simply Hawkward. And make sure you guys, leave a comment below telling me how you guys feel about Booster Gold. What is your, like, big underrated superhero that you think would be a fantastic addition to anything? Like, I don't know. Just anything. Who do you think has unlimited narrative and, like, story? Who? Yeah. That's really what the question is. But that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys stay tuned for all of our upcoming stuff. We got, like, game reviews, movie reviews, comic reviews. Those might be held off just for a little bit because I have to find a place to buy fucking comics. Because the place I'm buying them from is going out of business, which really sucks. But it sucks because people are losing jobs, and sucks because I can't buy comics. I'd like to clarify that. I'm not just a selfish douche who wants comics, but I really want comics. And that's it for me today. Have a great one.